How's it? Aloha. Welcome to Mango Snacks Hawaii. It's a channel. Testing. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free, no cost, all that kind of stuff. And there's different stuff I got going on. And one thing is I haven't got my coffee yet. And we have a Shakespeare thing tonight, Taming of the Shrews, so. And there's cryptocurrency. We follow mostly Oduwa coin. And today's Sunday. Today's Sunday the 24th. And since I got Paranormal 101, which is supposed to cover the witch, but she's hanging around. I'm just gonna do a little Sunday thing. The random. Something out of the old and something out of the new. Oh, old Job. No, not Job. First thing I looked at, 1328. One wastes away like a rotten thing, like a garment that is moth-eaten. Thank you, Job. That's so cheery of you. And now, something out of the New Testament. Yeah, this random thing is a technique, but it's supposed to be okay, but but the spirit moves you, right? And this one is immediately after the suffering of those days, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven will be shaken. That's Matthew 24:29. I believe that's like end of the world stuff. Hey, Moose. Job and the end of the world. Sounds like a promising day. God, good Lord. I need light. Oh no. The Kahili. Oh yeah, this is newspaper. Yes, newspaper is where we look at the news and what's in the news, right? Especially the newspaper, but kind of generally news. Yes, this is just big bang. This actually makes reading like once in a while. What the heck happened to that? Okay. Yeah.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
There's politics in the news.
Fight for the Empire.
Concede. Concede. Concede.
Lord Vader won't accept defeat.
I guess not. Because they have some of that in the thing, the GOPs, man. Oh, God. The GOPs, they're interviewing the GOP people, right? And they're saying, oh, you know, see, the GOP people are kind of like, you know, the trumpeters.
Keep moving, Trooper.
I'm trying to. The trumpeters are like, oh, yeah, come on. Oh, wait, gotta keep going. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. Oh, I don't believe it. Okay. Just a minute. It's a little hexy. It's a little hexy time.
Trooper standing by.
Yeah, and this stuff is gonna make, oh man, makes it difficult to edit. Backwards. Yeah, trooper standing by. Yeah, that's right. GOPs, the Trumpsties, right? They're hanging back and they're getting a lot of interviews. So you can watch this stuff on TV if you see this, you'll see it. And they asked it. And this one guy is like Rubio. He's a Florida, I don't know, senator or something. It's like one of the he's like a main Trumpy guy. And they're asking the guy. They're like, "Hey, what do you think about this impeachment trial thing?" And these guys have this position of, we don't need the impeachment trial. It's just a waste of time. It's frivolous. The guy's out of office. He's seen enough. He's gotten blah, 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 blah. Like, we don't have to, like, don't do it. Like, don't do the impeachment trial. We don't need it. We need to focus on what needs to be done as their main. We need to focus on, it's just big, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. But the main thing is they don't want it to happen, you see. Because the main thing about the impeachment trial is if Trumpy goes on there, Trumpy Bear actually gets tried in the Senate like that, it's probably a done deal, because it's kind of obvious. It's all freaking on tape, and there's a lot of witness stuff, and you can't rebut that stuff in a sense. So, but the key point is, if he gets impeached, he can't run for federal office. So he'll never be able to go for president ever. I don't think any elected office, but he definitely cannot run for president ever again if he gets impeached. And the GOP don't like that. So that's why they're doing that. But here's the funny thing. The interviewer asked this Rubio senator, Florida Republican, diehard Trumpy. He's like, well, he just asked him plain out, well, what do you think about that thing if he can't get elected? Because if he gets impeached, he won't be able to be reelected. If he gets impeached, he won't be able to be reelected. What do you think? And the Rubio guy he says, well, we can't get in the way of the will of the people. People can vote for who they want to vote for. Then you can't. It won't matter because the people want them. They want to vote for them. We can't get in the way. He can't run in the first place. So you see, the interviewer, I think it was Chris Wallace. I think I taped it. Chris Wallace is just like. It moves on to the next question. I start to see these things now. Okay, that's enough fun for that. Okay, this is today's headline. Oop. It helps if there's light on it. Yeah, it's got some light on it. Today's headline. Enough of that. Ballooning costs. It's kind of like Stephen King's It. We float down here. Yeah, in Hawaii, all the freaking costs float up and away. And this is about the Alawai. The Alawai is like big canal next to the Waikiki. The big watershed is if it rains up here, water goes down there, the thing floods, and everyone's toilet back. It's like backclogging toilets of all of Waikiki. The tourist industry, the tourists are covered in kaka. Kukai. Actually, the word for that in Hawaiian is kukai. It's kukai up to the nose. Oh, pilau, stink, kukai. Okay, so here we go. And tab to fix Kaka'ako Tower, they need to fix it. $100 million. $100 million. And then the cost goes up here. So someone's going, you're like, hey man, this is gonna cost it's gonna cost more money. How much? About $100 million more. It's gonna cost $100 million more, does it? Yeah, right. So 76, 3% statewide. Numbers, COVID, total death 303. There's a couple more deaths. New cases 134. This ain't really happening. New cases Oahu 105. Mucho tributes to Larry King, who passed away. Back in the day, 1967, you might see what used to be the Aloha building is now a pile of rubble. They razed it to the ground. Why? It was replaced by the $7 million 21-story hotel and business center. See the old building right there? It was built in 1892. Tear it down. You'd rather have money than historical landmarks. And there's Biden writing his things. There's Larry King basking in his post-mortem moratorium of explosion damages church that airs. Oh, the church airs anti-LBGQ2TUELMNOP. Anti, the gay, trans, lesbian, QBTB. Anti those views. And it airs those views in mysterious explosion. Some of them LBQ. Not on my watch. Boom. And in business, that stuff is bad. Propagandizing things is obviously doubling up on masks. Apparently, 2 masks is a big thing. 2 masks is better than 1. 2 masks. Scientists now figured out that 2 filters is more like protection than 1 filter. And they were open up these. Oh, this look. That's a big Q. Yes, the big Q. Let's do big Q quickly. Oh my gosh. Just trying to make this quick. It's not quick enough. I wonder about story time on the guy. Big Q. Right. Big Q. Do you support President Biden's plan to provide a U.S. citizenship pathway to about 11 million DACA unauthorized immigrants, aka dreamers? 10% maybe, but need more details. I'm out there. 29% no, opposed pathway. 61% yes, time to resolve issue. I don't just let them in as resolving it, or citizenship pathway. I don't know. I need more information. It's like all these people just kind of flood. I'm still like, all these things are issues. Immigrants. It's like all these people flood the USA, and they're like, I learned enough words to become a U.S. citizen. There's full benefits. Like, hey, buddy, I'm a little nativist. I lived here for a long time, man. I don't got these. It's like, and they stuff people inside one house, and then they're like all on food stamp program. Here's my thought: have a 2-tiered citizenship. There's full citizenship, and then there's like this. Yeah, you can live here, but you don't get like everything just because you moved across the border. Just like you gotta like prove yourself, pay some taxes, kind of thing. Second-class citizen. That's my solution. See, I wouldn't make a very good policy maker. I don't know. I think it makes sense. They got ID, and then there's driver's license. Well, more. Catnip might double as mosquito repellent. Get your catnip. Then there's the mosquitoes and this cat scratching your eyeballs out. They eat your face at night when you sleep. Cats are evil. No. Too much witch influence. Inside, here we go. I think, okay, yeah. They got for their football. It was at the Bucks. There were Buccaneers. There's a couple of games today. Next to minimum wage. I don't think. Here we go. Oh gosh, this is not going too fast, huh? Local cartoon. This is the kind feel good but not funny. Unity, accountability, truth. The top accountability. Light up unity and the flame, everlasting flame. And they're looking up there going, dang, man, you gotta go up there. So it's like, ah. Alright. Now, stuff we like the best. The kind, your opinion, eh? Your opinion, Edwin's opinion. We're interested in what's in your mind. So we put a little implant in there. Speaking of implants, I've been doing the little outer space thing, and then like, hey, come on, Sig, let's go. Oh, the
You might be getting this transmission with your implant. Yes. Just like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, and press the like button. See, I listen to meditation music and my own implant. And when he sent his little Morse code up here, you know what happened? Here comes another one. So, please, like, subscribe. Thank you.
oh, alien guy, not looking so happy. Maybe he has a problem. Okay, here we go. There's the editor. If I don't include that, that just looks weird. Lessons learned as we enter a new era. Now that we are in post-Trump era, there are a number of lessons that we should all take to heart. To change Washington requires the knowledge of one who understands how Washington works on the inside. Simply campaigning on a slogan of changing Washington will not bring about any change if the candidate is elected. Realize that just because someone is allegedly a billionaire does not mean he will be successful as a president. Family-owned businesses answer to few constituencies, whereas the president is answerable to all. Appreciate the wisdom of the founding fathers in creating a system of government where there are checks and balances. Amen, brother. Cherish the role of federalism, where certain rights and powers are divided between the national and state governments. For example, election management and vote tabulation. Celebrate the high level of ethical behavior as exemplified by Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, by Supreme Court justices and other judges at the federal and state levels. Bill Sharp, Macaulay, Mililani, rather. Yeah, Bill Sharp, yes, Sharp Cookie. We continue on. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Trump's legacy could earn him re-election. Like a pendulum, every few years the mood of the American electorate swings from one political party to another. This occurs for one major reason, such as alleged corruption or malfeasance, or any number of other reasons, such as a desire for a change, disenchantment, or an administration ineffectively coping with the economic and or foreign affairs. This has happened repeatedly in the past and will happen again. In fact, the significant accomplishments of a prior administration may be recognized belatedly, and the pendulum will swing back to it. This happened in 1893 when Grover Cleveland, our 22nd president, was re-elected over Benjamin Harrison, who had succeeded him, to become our 24th president. Went from 22 to 24? How'd that happen? However, I wonder if Donald Trump would subject himself and his family to another 4 years of vindictive, unwarranted, and unrelenting abuse. He would have to endure the media's lies and the swamp's resistance to return to fix America, because he really cares about our country and our future. A crucial factor will be the damage done in the next 4 years. J. Mark Webster, why like holla? You almost had me with that weird little history lesson, and then boom to the nuts. Oh, poor Trumpy Bear. Will he ever come back? He'll have to. Oh gosh, his family will endure the ridicule from the media. Oh, I mean the lies from the media, right? Vaccination before going to 215-minute thing. Skip. I explained those to you, but one is this little phone app. It's like phone app. It's like the phone app doesn't. It's like 15 minutes. It's 5 minutes, and I'm standing in line and getting some bread at the grocery store, and I'm only there for like 30 seconds. How's this app supposed to be alerting me that someone next to me is COVID person? It's like, dude, it's letters to the editor, not a blog thread. It's like some type of thing you find in the thread of a blog. And then was Island Care home deliveries. Yay, the home. New heroes. Legislatures should support nuclear ban. This is why I skipped it. Please. Enough with the crunching of the paper already. My ears. Okay. Legislatures should support nuclear ban. I read with enthusiasm and hope and writes, quote, Treaty of Offers, new U.S. a new way to push ban, January 19th. It's a treaty in banning nuclear weapons. She aptly uses our nuclear winter scare scenario of 2018 that caused a collective gulp and sense of Hawaii's vulnerability to the buttress her case for the U.S. action towards making this world nuclear weapons free. That's when we had a false, here comes a nuclear. We thought a nuke was coming from North Korea to Hawaii, and everyone had 28 minutes to live. It really pooped the pants of all of people in Hawaii. I happened to be in Texas at the time, but I'm just thinking, that must have been horrible. What do? You get 28 minutes, you're going to be nuked, fried, evaporated. As we transition from Trumpism to a kinder, gentler, decent America, we must not neglect to honor the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King, Reverend Jr., who called out the destructive triplets of materialism, racism, and materialism. Oh, that's militarism. Militarism, racism, materialism that continue to haunt us. I hereby make this challenge to our Honolulu City Council. Ready for the challenge? Let its members draft an issue with 9% unanimity. Oh, come on, people, with the hardest tongue twister for unanimity, a sense of Hawaii appeal to all 4 of our federal congressional representatives, urging/demanding that legislative branch stand tall and advocate immediate and urgent action against signing the 2017 UN Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons and participation in periodic, parenthetical, say semi-annual, and Paradigm call for its full implementation until there is not one nuclear weapon remaining on this planet. Robert H. Striver, Pearl City. Okay. Weapons are like guns, you know, nuclear weapons. If everyone had guns and it was like, I got a gun because they got a gun, and everyone starts shooting, then everyone's dead. Nukes, I don't think, you know, I wouldn't even go there trying to argue limited nuclear warfare, but people will do that. But it's all kind of down to the doomsday scenario, which is if one person fires, the other one's going to fire too, and then it's just a total wipeout. That kept the peace from the Cold War. I'm not talking the Reagan fake Cold War, that was all money. I'm talking about JFK, Cuba crisis stuff. Anyways, Dr. Strangelove, what do you think of this? We will all have the fun in the bunker. Of course, all the women will have to be selected by the reproductive qualities and attractiveness. Jesus. Yeah, Dr. Strangelove. Well, I hope it don't go down to that. And yeah, geez. But let's sign a sense of Hawaii. Aloha, aloha for the world. Aloha means goodbye as well as hello. It also means I love you. Anyways, that's it. Oh gosh. Okay. So that's it. Have a happy Wednesday, and maybe see you on the tail end of a lot of editing. Hang loose, hang loose.
Mission is a go.